The Perfect Week was a change initiative we implemented at St George's to improve our patient flow and also increase capacity around the trust. And that was very much focused around getting the right patient in the right bed first time. Key to improving patient flow was unblocking some of those issues that prevent clinicians from doing their day-to-day tasks.
Things like medications, getting discharge letters written, organising transport, some of the real small fundamental things that actually really impact on a patient's journey, that bottleneck everything back and stop a lot of the other processes actually completing. And I think it's the opportunity to really get to the bottom of why those kind of things happen and really give people the opportunity to feel involved in actually making a change once and for all, rather than just keep leaving things to drag on as they are, expecting somebody else to sort it out at a later date.
To overcome the issues that we found during the Perfect Week, we set up a command and control centre in the centre of the hospital, which was made up of a bronze, silver and gold command. The silver and gold teams were made up of divisional directors of operations and nursing, and also our executive management team, and were called upon on an ad hoc basis as and when required to resolve issues. There were two facets of the bronze team. One was a static team based in the command and control centre. The rest were made up of general managers and clinical leads who were roaming the trust, being visible and available.
By the sort of the third day, so on Friday, it felt like there were more beds in the rest of the hospital, which makes it a lot easier for us in the emergency department if we want to admit somebody, if there's a bed ready. So we can move our patients out more quickly. We can turn our own patients over more quickly as well. So the flow through the department felt like it was a lot better.
We've probably seen an increase in the amount of beds that have been allocated to us. So whereas before we've been coming into there's no beds to allocate, we've been coming into beds being allocated before we come onto the unit. So I think the night bed managers have been allocating us beds earlier.
There was a patient who needs to go back, who's repatriated to St. Heliers. So there is problem with the delayed in transport. So we called the bronze team. They came, they helped us.
There's been a few things that we've been able to try during the week. To have one central point of contact for pharmacy. So any issues that have been escalated by for example, the bronze roaming team as part of the Perfect Week setup, being able to escalate issues quickly via this one point of contact. Pharmacists are able to create discharge prescriptions for patients' medicines to go home. And that's enabled us to sort of forward plan for patients going home and just provide a better service to patients going home.
A key initiative of the Perfect Week was to implement a discharge lounge. This allowed us to provide a space to release patients early from each of the wards.
The doctors have a meeting about 8:45 with the discharge nurse and the nurse in charge on the ward, where we find out who's going to be discharged early morning. By 10 o'clock we know exactly who's going home, get the TTO sorted, whoever can run down to pharmacy, picks it up and try and get the patient out early enough before 12 or 1 o'clock early afternoon.
Fundamental to delivering these good results were because of our ward liaison officers. These were made up of volunteer non-clinical staff and medical students who were our eyes and ears around the trust.
Our role as ward liaison officers is to collect patient information about how quickly and efficiently patients are being discharged, and anything that could be a hindrance to that, and how we could change that and improve on that to make sure that they're discharged and treated and discharged efficiently. Being able to contribute, no matter like how small a detail it could be, like to add to helping the patient, I guess it's not only is it like a good feeling, but it's also like beneficial because we see how hard the staff work on the wards, and anything that could help with making sure that they're treating patients well and making sure that they're using time is great.
The Perfect Week was a great opportunity for our teams to work closely together to provide a better experience and better care for our patients. The key now is for us to take this forward and learn how to sustain some of those good practices and take the momentum into a better service for our patients in the future.
I think the Perfect Week presented us with an opportunity to really take a good look at the trust and, take it apart in many ways and just see how everybody was working. And I think as a responsible member of the trust and anyone that really cares about patients and also about the working environment that staff have, I think it behoves all of us to give it another go, give it another opportunity, because I think it certainly has made some differences, and it's certainly demonstrated that the potential is there to make things better. So, you know, why wouldn't you give it another go?